Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome to RFF Picks. Today we have a correlated Counter-Strike bet for you for Wednesday. This is going to be November the 6th. But first of all, I wanted to let y'all know that Taco Tuesday was a complete fumble, and I don't know what happened with PrizePicks, but they didn't end up posting any of the tacos. I guess they had some sort of system error, so be on the lookout for that. I'm sure they're going to be giving us something even more back. Usually we have 3 Taco Tuesdays to go off of, but they're probably going to be giving out like 5 or something like that. So be on the lookout for that. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we did end up also losing this play that I gave out today. Did end up watching, I think, pretty much all of it, honestly. Pretty much all of the series. I ended up watching Tamiko ended up only getting 21 kills, and his projection was 29 and a half. And Moto ended up pushing at the 28 mark. And I put a screenshot right here of what ended up happening through the series. OG ended up 13-0 on Permita. Obviously, Tamiko plays for Permita, and I think he only got 6 kills through that first map. So right from the jump, I kind of knew that the slip was going to end up failing. But if we had an overtime in the second map, I think there still was kind of a chance, because Tamiko was playing pretty well in that second map. But this is a prime example of what I want to talk about. I mean, with the correlation and all that kind of good stuff, this just ended up happening on the opposite. Once again, if we had the lesses, this would have cashed. I don't know exactly how much we would have got paid out. I guess it would have been like 100 to win 150 or something like that, because we would have pushed. But this is a prime example of a situation to where this would have been good on the less side, right? Because right after that map 1, it's pretty hard to come back from that, because I've only seen, personally, I've been watching a lot of Counter-Strike, especially through this year, and I've only seen one other circumstance to where there was a 13-0 situation to where one team pretty much stomped the other entirely. And I believe that Permetta was actually favored in this series, and they ended up dropping it 2-0 to OG. So yeah, honestly, the fact that this was even this close to me was kind of shocking, because like I said, we need to see Permetta at least fight back a little bit on that map 1. I think if map 1 went 13-7, something like that, then Tamiko maybe would have hit his kills, and then Moto definitely would have went over. So that's kind of what we're looking for in a situation. I kind of wanted to show a screenshot of what we're kind of looking at, right? I mean, if you pair all of this together, it kind of would have been like a 13-5, 13-5 situation, right? And what we're kind of hoping for is more of like a 13-8, 13-8, like at a minimum, right? That's kind of the difference of these guys hitting their over or their less. But like I said, even in map 2, Permita had a shot to kind of come back, put it into overtime. And I think if they put it into overtime, Tamiko maybe would have hit that kill total. Moto definitely would have went over at that point. So it would have made it a little bit more of a series. But right when map 1 happened, I kind of knew it was not looking great for us. And when I say not looking great, I knew we had pretty much a 90% chance of not hitting this slip. But I still ended up watching just to see if anything happened for that, because I know a lot of people ended up tailing that pick. So here's our Real Friends community. What this is, me and Miles, we started Real Friends in Football about 2.5 years ago. Initially, that channel was supposed to be a gambling channel, but we kind of shifted the channel towards just a general football channel. So we have 35,000 subscribers over there. After the Super Bowl, we started RFF Picks, to where we can kind of talk about gambling in itself, and also just be able to talk about other sports. Obviously, esports is a huge passion of mine as well. I play, League of Legends, World of Warcraft. I haven't really played a ton of Counter-Strike, but I have watched a lot of it, especially since starting this channel. And as you can see below, I am up 500 units over the past 3 years, 7% ROI, over 7,000 bets. We're going to have our ups and downs at the end of the day, but what we want to see is a positive trajectory going upwards, right? And so the 3 pillars of what I do when it comes to sports gambling is I do a lot of EV positive betting, I do a lot of correlated betting, and I do a lot of things that I like to call villain betting. That's what I've coined my own term. What we want to do is do zig when people zag, right? We want to do the opposite of what the public is doing, right? So a lot of the times you're going to see me taking unders on football games or the lesses on some of these Counter-Strike matchups, because in my head, or maybe in like fantasy scores in basketball, you're going to see me taking the under, because in my head, a lot of people are going to be taking the over in that. So we want to kind of, do the opposite. We don't want to be a sheep. We want to do the opposite of that, because the books are kind of, they're baiting you to kind of to bet the overs, in my opinion. So Here is our link tree. You can go see all of our platforms over here. We have our, 2 YouTube channels. We have our TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We have our Winable as well. And then our discount codes are over there. So here's our Winable. What this is, the easy way to get our plays, right? So we have our YouTube plays are going to go on a free plan. Me and Miles have been making pretty much 2 YouTube videos a day now recently. Miles, he's more of a early riser. He's making videos right before he goes to work. So he'll be, posting videos at 6 in the morning, something like that. And I'm more of a night owl. So right now I'm recording at 11 p.m. Central Time, making videos. I do more Counter-Strike. Miles has kind of taken the lead, more doing like NBA football videos. I can do pretty much everything, but I definitely enjoy posting the Counter-Strike plays because I really, really like the Counter-Strike play with the correlation, all that stuff. Our MVP plan is going to be all of our plays. So it's going to be $99.99 a month. If you want to sign up for that for a discount, then type in code RFF2024. I believe there's like 2 or 3 slots available left on that, and you will get it at 75% off. So if you sign up for that for 2 months, you will get it $50 for the rest of the year, right? So there's 2 months left of 2024. Get that code in, and you will get our MVP plan for $50 total. So good deal on that one. And as you can see, we have about 1,100 subscribers signed up to our Winable. It's just the easiest way to get our plays. Obviously, I really enjoy everyone that kind of follows up on the YouTube. It's a little more personable, I guess. But in order to kind of get the plays immediately, kind of avoid those shifts in the line, I feel like signing up for the Winable is definitely the best way to get our plays. So finally, this is going to be the play. There's no payout shift on this one, and I really, really like that. So we're going to go on the headshots between these 2 guys. Sorry about the play being at 6 in the morning. I like to at least try to get plays after 9 in the morning, but I wasn't really able to find anything, but I still did like this play. I don't know how much Counter-Strike is going to be played tomorrow. I don't know how the schedule really works with that, but we'll be on the lookout. When lines kind of generate, I'll be posting plays throughout when I see them. But right now, this is kind of the best possible play that I can find right now on PrizePicks. So we have Brute Monster. Once again, we're going Zero Tenacity and Hatu going against each other. We have Brute Monster and Mizu playing against each other. What we're hoping for in this situation, once again, very similar to what we're looking for here. Didn't end up going our way, but what we want here is we're looking for that kind of like 13-9 situation. Very competitive back and forth match. If that ends up happening, it's very likely that these guys are going to go over their headshots, right? So we have Brute Monster or Zero Tenacity, Hatu going against each other. This is the best of 13 rounds, right? So it's not like a football game. It's not like a hockey where there's 3 periods. As you can see here, like these can be completed 13-0, 13-0. At a minimum, there's going to be 16 games throughout both maps, right? Because some team has to go 13, and so at a bare minimum, there's going to be 16 games throughout both maps. But there is the potential to where they can go into these overtime back and forth matches. And if that happens, it's more likely that these guys are going to hit their kill totals on the over, right? So that's kind of what we're hoping for in this situation. We're not really necessarily cheering for a team or even sometimes these players. What we're hoping for is just for the 2 teams to kind of be going back and forth consistently. And if that happens, it's very likely that these guys are going to go over their headshots. So that's going to be the play. Best of luck to you out there. I feel like in general, over the past couple of weeks, we've been pretty hot when it comes to Counter-Strike. And so hoping to win this one. I think we won a couple of YouTube plays ago, or the last video. I can't really remember something. I feel like these plays, it's just like every day is happening the same thing. But yeah, we've been pretty hot generally over the past couple of weeks. So hopefully this ends up hitting. Best of luck to you out there. Probably won't watch this video or watch this match because it's at 6 in the morning. But if I see more plays funnel through, I'll be posting through our MVP plan. Be on the lookout on Miles' video in the morning, and I will see y'all tomorrow.